Welcome to the Wrestling Pod. I am your second host of the day. I'm Luis Santiago. The other one is gone. I took him out. He just wasn't. He wasn't. He just wasn't necessary anymore. But yesterday was Raw. Uh, so I'm here on Bleacher Report. This one from Eric Beeson from yesterday, the 11th. CM Punk continued quest to revenge his World Heavyweight Championship, and yeah, kicked off the show with CM Punk that drove a humongous ovation from the crowd in Quebec City. He wasted no time addressing Seth Rollins in the heist of the century from freaking SummerSlam, admitting he felt like he let the fans down. He vowed his disappointments from the events at MetLife Stadium only fueled him to regain the title. Then he he relentlessly I can't read that word. I'm stupid. Basically he just you know said more things about how much he hates Seth Rollins, who claimed he was trying to beat Punk. LA Knight came out, joined the following babyface in the ring, and said to Punk he had been screwed to deserve to be champion, but he warned him about getting involved in his business after causing the megastar his opportunity to be world champion. The situation uh, got to the point where they were trading blows before Paul Heyman interrupted, and the back and forth ensured with some great heat from Heyman before a challenge, pitting Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker versus Punk and Knight for the main event. This was a C+. Yeah. AJ Styles and Dragon Lee versus Dominic Mysterio in one of the freaking El Grande Americanos. It's Dominic Dragon Lee and Americano with in challenge El Hiking Alejandro Del Viquino for the AAA Mega Championship Saturday at Triple Mania. Fucking 33. Damn. Before that, though, Dirty Dom and Americano partnered to battle Lee and AJ Styles in tag team action to open up Monday's competition. The heels weathered an early storm to isolate Styles, work him over in the corner. A hot tag to Lee sparked a momentous comeback, but the heels re-established control. Later in the match, a needed tag to the Phenomenal One brought Styles back and Lee to life. A wild, chaotic conclusion occurred with the action breaking down, with Mysterio slip Americano trademark metal plate into the mask. He took out multiple times into the match. He headbutted Styles with it and allowing the partners to pick up the victory. It's rated a B+, and this is dog shit. Yeah. Rusev versus Sami Zayn was last night for some reason. Sami Zayn got the hero's welcome to Monday Night Raw because he is from, Canada. Squirrel Circle in Quebec City. His match against Rusev was high stakes for the babyface because he got freaking carrying crossfired. Before the match, Zayn discussed a potential World Championship match for Clash at Paris with the Raw GM, who told him when it gets the Bulgarian Brute, we will give him something to think about. The underdog from the underground overcame a ferocious assault from his opponent, and including an overwhelming power advantage. Was in position late to earn the win. However, Solo Sikoa, JC Mateo, Talatonga, and Talalua pulled Sami Zayn to the floor and beat the shit out of him. Retaliation for his upset win over Solo Sikoa on Saturday. This brought out, of course, a disqualification. From there, Sheamus came out of nowhere and put down the Bulgarian. This was a B+. Io Sky versus Roxanne Perez. Before entering the arena for her match against Roxanne, Io Sky declined backup from former Damage Control partners Asuka and Kairi Sane. In the ring, Perez showed up to fight, dominating a portion of the match, putting Sky on the defensive. A lengthy contest continued with Raquel Rodriguez interfering on behalf of the Judgment Day teammate. But it was Sky who fended her off and remained focused on her opponent. She rolled late and appeared to ensure victory before a blocked moonsault and more interference from Rodriguez allowed Perez to expose the turnbuckle. Asuka and Zayn interjected themselves into the match against Sky's wishes, which allowed the heel to get a cheap roll-up for the win. It's great to be. Maxine Dupree versus the Irish woman. The women's Intercontinental Champion Becky Lynch entered Monday's night the title defense against Maxine Dupree of Alpha Academy with a abundance of confidence. It almost cost her though. The man control early and often, overwhelming the inexperienced competitor, looking at every bit of the all-time great competitor along the way. But her cockiness almost proved costly as Dupree mounted a comeback and teasing upset. That was cut short, and Lynch ultimately timed out with a disarmer, a cheapest shot onto freaking Natalia. Can't read or see today. Was pretty, it's great to see. The main event happened after that. Before the main event, though, a candid, emotional, vulnerable video package featuring Bayley aired, where she discussed her status as a role model and nimbleness and numbness she's currently feeling. Backstage, Rhea approached Sky and warned her about the Kabuki Warriors and some tension between former teammates, to which the Genius guy responded by telling Mommy to stay out of it. Back in the arena, Punk and freaking LA Knight joined forces to battle Breakker and Reed in the main event. The heels controlled early, isolating Punk from his partner. They worked over the former champion, cutting off the ring from him and using their size and strength to overwhelm and take him down. But a hot tag to freaking Knight through turned the tide in the babyfaces, in their favor. But Breakker launched himself off the apron, clotheslining the megastar over the announce table to gain the upper hand. The fans' favorite recovered through, with Punk receiving a tag several minutes later and jump-started his team. Unfortunately, that goddamn, not gonna say that word, reared his ugly head. Despite claiming to have left the arena earlier in the show, draw the disqualification. The Visionary beat down Knight and Punk before Jey Uso made the save. Rollins and company bailed to the floor before Adam Pearce informed us it's going to be a fatal four-way at Clash in Paris against Punk, Uso, and Knight. And it will be, title will be underway. So, this is great to be. I think this was pretty fun. Overall show was a great C+. It's just another Raw, like, on every freaking show this year. So, I mean, if you want to recap it, just watch it. But my opinion, it's just like every Raw of 2025. And basically almost every Raw that Triple H has done. So, yeah, I mean, if I had to say what was the best match on the show, it would be probably Io Sky and Roxanne Perez. Other than that, check out the main event, I guess. Even that ended up in the qualification. So, you know what? Probably don't really need to watch this match that much. Watch the show that much. That was it for this episode of the pod. Thank you very much.